and welcome to my video. This is Aaron Deaton again with Complete Green Pest Control, and we're going to go over the ebook. I hope you've read it, hope you've checked it out, and maybe found some value from it. But if not, that's okay. We're just going to go do a quick rundown of everything that is in the ebook and some things that you can really do right now to really cut down on the amount of brown recluses and different spiders in your home. So first of all, one of the most important things to be able to do when identifying a brown recluse or finer recluses is finding out exactly what they look like in the first place. So right here, I have on my tablet, I have a picture of a brown recluse. And you'll notice, of course, they're brown. They're always going to be a shade of brown. And you notice the dark back there, and they've got their brown legs. And the most distinctive thing about the brown recluse is that fiddle. If the fiddle is not there, just that right there, it is not a brown recluse. If you see the fiddle, it's a brown recluse. It's very distinctive. So we'll go ahead and check out another spider that people very often get confused with the brown recluse, and that is known as the wolf spider. And here is a picture of a wolf spider. You'll notice that it also has a variation of brown in it, but there's a lot of differences between this spider and the brown recluse. This is, of course, brown, but the eyes, they have the several rows there. And one of the biggest distinctive features of the wolf spider is its size. It's quite a bit bigger than the brown recluse. The legs are thicker, and it's got these stripes on there, kind of like got the dark brown stripes on there, and you'll see that, and that really helps to identify the wolf spider very well versus the brown recluse. And so when dealing with a brown recluse in your home, if you're starting to see them out just kind of crawling around during the day, that's not a very good sign, because the recluses, as you probably know, recluse, they hide very, very well. And that's why I wrote this ebook, and that's why I'm making this video for you today, to kind of go over some of the hiding spots of the brown recluse. They hide exceptionally well. So a little bit more about the brown recluse. This is my pest control guide given to me by the Department of Agriculture and Division of Sciences, and written by the in coordination with Oklahoma State University. So it is a soft body, secretive spider, and it varies in color from yellowish tan to a dark brown. And the most distinguishing characteristic of the brown recluse is the fiddle, known as the fiddleback. So you'll want to look for that. And most bites occur from a brown recluse whenever they're provoked. When you're crushing it, when you're putting on a shirt, or a child's going into a toy box, or it's in between your sheets on your bed and you touch it, that's going to provoke a brown recluse, and that could initiate a bite. Sometimes you don't feel anything. Sometimes there might be a light stinging sensation. And there's some things that could happen with a brown recluse bite. Some people say nothing happens. In my situation, I was bitten by a brown recluse while putting on a shirt, and it turned out to be a systemic infection. I had to go on a pretty intense course of antibiotics to get rid of it. Wasn't very fun. And you could also have permanent disfigurement from the bite site, that it could lead to scarring and flesh rotting that does lead to scarring. And it's not a lot of fun. So some ways that you can manage the brown recluse, and this is even according to the Department of Agriculture and from my own experiences, because I see the spiders every day, I see the webbing every day, is you want to be able to find them. You want to know what kind of spider it is. And you want to be able to get rid of their webs, de-web them, because some spiders, like a wolf spider or a cellar spider, might have some, webbing up in the corners of your house or your garage. It's just a real standard webbing, and it might not be something to worry about. But if you want to manage the recluse specifically, you have to find their webs. And because they're such a secretive, hiding type spider, their webs are hard to find, but we're going to go over some common places to find the webbing of the brown recluse. So first of all, let's take a look at what the webbing looks like. It's very distinctive. So the brown recluse webbing it's a silk web, and it has kind of a round shape to it, and it's kind of ball-like. So you're going to see a bunch of these, maybe one or two of these, in the areas that the brown recluses are actually inhabiting. And a lot of times, and this is an absolute perfect example, I mean, this is exactly what they look like when you're looking under a table or behind a bookshelf. This is just exactly what they look like. And they're little ball shapes, and you'll just see them around. Sometimes you'll see a brown recluse with them, and you see that fiddle again. And sometimes you won't. A lot of times you may just see the webbing, but if you look closely, maybe get a flashlight and shine your light on it if you're brave, you can see little dark brown dots, and those are going to be baby brown recluses inside the webbing. So what do we do whenever we actually find the webbing? It's real simple, and honestly, it may be all you need to do to manage a brown recluse infestation. I know it's simple. I mean, it's right here in my guide. This is what I do every day whenever I am managing brown recluses. And it's very, I mean, it's effective, and it's sometimes for the best to just use a vacuum, use some biological pest control and mechanical pest control. Don't worry about chemicals. And if you can take care of it that way, it could be for the best. And so this is more of an industrial hand vacuum. You don't have to have this exact one. You can get one from Walmart, or I got this on Amazon, and you can get them pretty cheap, $15, $20 sometimes, little dust devils, and they'll work really well for a web. So you want to go, so some of the common places are going to be hidden places, colder, darker places. That's where the brown recluse webbing is going to be. So even underneath a table like this, if I suspected that I had a brown recluse infestation, I would get my light. So get your light, and you can use a flashlight, or you can use just your phone light, and just look underneath the table for anything. In these little cracks, maybe in there could be some. And luckily, this is a brand new table, and there are no recluses. So no webbing. It's totally cool in there. So check the baseboards in your kitchen. Check under. This is a really great spot as well. Right under this little shelving area, underneath the window, could be brown recluse webbing up in here, because you've got food sources for the recluses coming through the windows, the crack of the windows, into your home and going to the recluse. And they feed, and they can really inhabit in there and grow. And so look for that. And just if you start seeing stuff, just turn on your vacuum and just vacuum it up. Just like we demonstrated in other videos, just vacuum it up and just go around your home and do that. Some more specific spots is just check underneath. If you do suspect an infestation, check underneath your tables. You'd be really surprised at how often I've just seen the homes and the webbing of the brown recluse just under a table. And you wouldn't think to check there. You would kind of think that you're going to see them out in the open, or on the ceiling, or up in a closet corner. You really just don't. They're in some weird, unique places sometimes. Check under the shelving of a desk. Check underneath the table. Check the baseboards in your kitchen. I've found black widows in the baseboards of the kitchen. Just check underneath the windows, and do check the closets. Check the corners, top and bottom. Check underneath your bed, up into the box spring area, and along the corners and the base of your frame. Check there, and just get your handy dandy vacuum, use your phone, and just vacuum up whatever you see. Vacuum up spiders. You can vacuum up the eggs. Very important to get the eggs and to get the webbing. And the adult spiders may not come back to those sites. And if you've got any eggs into your vacuum and the webbing, make sure to dump it out, and you may have really eliminated a lot of spiders and really cut down on your infestation. Congratulations. That's all for me today. I hope this helped you out a little bit. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me anytime. My email is aaron@CompleteGreenPestControl.com. My number is online. It's in the description. It's in the video. Call me, text me, whatever you need to do. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for your time.